why would we take out the energetic people out of the country and remain with the grandmas and grandpas here, and people who will be now expecting people to be sending them money back at home and all that. So as much as the government wants to deal with this issue of unemployment, I think the strategy they're using is not right, according to me.
I think corruption plays a big role. For instance, when you look at the stuff that's happening in the country, even as recent as about 3 years ago, when Dangote was coming into the country to do a lot of investments, you saw even by that time, like, it was very clear that obviously it's coming to do investments. I think it was investment in, I could be wrong, I think it was oil, in the Turkana or something. But there was an investment coming in. And then if you follow up with the whole story, you see, like, even for him, when he was coming in, already brokers are already there. Okay, you're bringing in this very, very big project. What's there for us?
Yeah.
So such things will break you down. And then too, on the concept about people going out, to me, it more or less feels like we are still enslaved. We've just changed the game. Why is it that when it's like prime time to build your nation, you are being seduced by the foreign countries to take your creme de la creme of people outside of the country? Like, all the time, that it's become even normal for us, even, and for the government to create a system for people to be taken out of the country. The best of your best. That's why somebody was asking the other day, I think it was PLO Lumumba, I was listening to one of his forums, and then he was saying, what are we doing? That you go so hard into training people to be civil engineers, to be all these people, and then after you have trained them to be civil engineers, all the jobs are being outsourced. China comes in to build your roads. There is nobody in the top level of engineering who was trained to be a civil engineer or anything, even in terms of engineering. All of them are taken, umesomea civil engineering, umesomea nini? Okay, kujeni hapa, and then now wanawekwa kwa kutandaza kokoto. Is that what you studied in school as civil engineering?
At least hao unajua wananusia hata at least kazi wengi.
And then what pieces?
But for what? For what value?
What pieces?
You study for a course like civil engineer. How much money are you putting into the course?
It's a lot. It's a lot, but at least like at least they are seeing. Huyo mtu cause when you alisomea, at least wanaiona, somebody is there maybe in charge of them or something like that. But can you imagine you have a degree? Umesomea degree yako 4 years or 6 years in the country, and then unaenda kufanya kazi ya uyaya.
Acha, alafu kitu inanipiss me, the president an account like the number of job opportunities provide for young people outside the country.
So it is about quantity to him. It's not about quality. Because again, we need to have the quality. What are we talking about? The quality of jobs that these people are, doing. Are you encouraging those who are universities that, so many tu mtapata kazi ya majuu? Kazi ya majuu, there is no, okay. I think people are so much excited going out of the country because they have not been out of the country. But believe me, those who are out of the country wanaishi vibaya hata kuliko sasa hata watu wengine hapa nchini. We need to build our country so that people should be proud of being, patriotic and being in the country, other than, thinking of just going outside. There is a lot of disadvantages of a whole lot of people going out, especially the youths. One, what adapt hata hizo cultures huko and all that, they'll forget about everything. But I don't want even to go into that. I was told that they are picking, I think 200 from every ward.
Wow.
200 from every ward.
Yes.
Also, can you say it's a strategy in the ikifika 2027? Right now those voters ni wengi.
Yeah.
But if you can be taking that number,
I don't know, 200 or 60, I think one of those. But now having, if that is the case, and you have per constituency, you have maybe 5 votes, and then now we have 200 and something some constituencies in the country.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how many wanaenda huko nje. So you're talking about thousands and millions within a period of 5 years. So then that means those, of course, those who are going out of the country, they have their IDs and all that. Probably they'll not be able to vote. And you know what it means.
And also the kind of life that they are going to live there, the kind of jobs. There is no job security. And we've also been seeing watu wakiteseka from outside, and our country sometimes haijakuwa in a position to even help. So what is the guarantee? What is the guarantee that how when you wanaenda sahi watakuwa well taken care of and protected?
I think you're getting the game wrong as a country.
Yeah.
Because you see even countries like China, the thing that has built China mostly is human capital. They have taken advantage of human capital. Those guys are many. The same way you talk about India.
Yeah.
Those guys are many. You look even in countries where we despise in terms of food like India, you look at their street food but look at the things they are doing in terms of manufacturing, but they are manufacturing even the best of utensils that are coming into our countries. Countries like China, they took advantage of all this human capital to become now the industry of the world. China now is described as the industry of the world. They manufacture everything and anything across the world because of such stuff. Right now, we have similar advantages as a country because you look at the way people say, like, as a country, you are on the same level with countries like Singapore at some point. And then typically because of policy, that's when we went off and then we veered off completely. So it means right now, if whatever the case, we would really, even the government would really be struggling to ensure that the resources that we have here in terms of human capital, we take advantage of to build our nation completely, instead of even exporting a lot of talent outside there. And we are very nicely positioned. You look at all these other big organizations, if we structure our policies well, they're supposed to be coming into the country. Every big organization that wants to come into Kenya, or even into Africa, or even East Africa, the best spot normally is Kenya because of the many advantages we have.
Yeah.
One is our positioning is amazing. Two, even in terms of structural, when you want to structure any of those organizations, it's easier in Kenya because we have better structures, we have better human capital. Our education system is amazing as far as is concerned in terms of, because for us, ours is hybrid. We learn a lot of stuff. So you get a Kenyan, you have a lot in your head. Typically, we are very fast to adapt to whatever the changes in the world. So I think that politics affects so much of the things that are happening in the country. So that if we are able to solve politics, then our country will grow faster than we are seeing today.
Very true. And I told you guys, me na bana siasa sana. So you guys are in the entertainment industry. I wanna ask you a question as well. About now Kakamega County. So Kakamega County, we have a number of leaders who already come out. They want to vie for this. They are actually salivating for these top seats in the county.
Oh.
So we have the current governor, Fernandez Baraza. We have who is the current senator Boni Halwale. Amesema kwamba yeye lazima apate ugavana this time round. The other time alikuwa pia anavai on UDA ticket and they gave it to Cleo Malala. So yeye ikabidi amerudia Senate. So Cleo Malala became second, and now this time round Halwale amesema siachi mtu. And then also we have the current woman representative Elsie Mohanda. She's going for the second term and she says like, I want this thing. So she's also coming in as the first female, probably governor in Kakamega.
Yeah.
And now we also have Huisero MP. Aseka na pia amesema kwamba hii lazima pia mimi nikuwe katika hicho kinyang'anyiro. But now talking about basically what is the whole thing, you as resident of Kakamega County and your voters in this country, in this county, what are you looking at? And of course, in relation to what the previous his predecessor has done and what Baraza has done, do you think he stands a chance to be re-elected? Because I had an interview with the former governor, Wycliffe Oparanya. He had his own sentiments. You guys, you need to go and check it out, that interview. And then also I had an interview with Halwale the other day. And Halwale is like psyched. And he says, nothing is going to stop me. He says that he went to the president to talk to him about UDA stuff and all that. But when the president came here, I remember we had he publicly addressed people, and Khalwale was so mad because the governor said he's going to support the current governor now and even for his re-election. So I think that is why Khalwale started drifting away. He's been criticizing the government all the time. So you as residents of Kakamega County, what do you think? Do you think that Baraza stands a chance to be re-elected, and why?
Why are you smiling? we know you are.
Is it like a
Baraza's
difficult
number
question?
one fan?
No, in terms of,
he's
in terms
Baraza's
of
Yeah,
number one fan.
yeah,
Okay.
what?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm what?
You're
Like,
Baraza's number one
Don't you
fan, he
support
says.
your governor?
One, Baraza is not my governor.
He's Kakamega governor. So if you come from Kakamega,
Yeah, you're in
he's your
Kakamega.
governor, whether you
He's
like
your
it or
Not
not.
governor.
his, the fact that I live in Kakamega does not mean that he's my governor. Your governor is supposed to follow up with policies that are going to take advantage, or you are going to take advantage of in terms of growth. Right now, as a county, we are in a very bad place, I could say.
Mm-hmm.
Even recently, right now, for instance, let's just pick facts. Buhungu Stadium is supposed to host KSSS. Is it KSSA games for the high school?
The East Africa.
In terms of preparation, where are we as a county?
I haven't been there, but I've been seeing some posts on Facebook kwa page ya county, and they said it's ongoing, like
We are
preparations.
counting down
and
of less than 5 days
Yeah.
into that. Already saizi bado ndo tractors iko zinalima. We are still having tractors doing whatever they are doing in Buhungu. And yet to expect that playground to be ready and to be used for, is it a week
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or close to a week? Even if you're going to install like an artificial turf on that ground, do you think it will be able to withstand all this pressure? If you're rushing a ground that's supposed to be used by over 20,000 people, stepping on it at least daily, or even just using the grounds and the stands and everything, would you be struggling to do such a project in less than 5 days? When Buhungu has been under construction for the last like 2-3 years.
Even
So
if you
one, in
run,
terms
you
of
can't
election,
rush.
based on what we are seeing, based on what's happening on ground, Barasa doesn't stand a very nice chance of being re-elected as governor.
And you've just said he's not your governor. Wow.
He's not my governor. He's not administering to my needs as a resident of Kakamega County.
So you're disowning him.
I'm a businessman in Kakamega County. Right now, even if you want to process all those licenses for the county, those licenses are way up. That is not good for business.
But it does not mean he has ceased being your governor. Now, you see, if you want that to be addressed now, you can now...
No, time is up. He can't address those things. I think for him, time is up.
End it to home.
Yes, maybe the best he can do now is just try just play political mind game. Typically because you see, the problem is, even when he came into power, for the first 2 years, he used to tell people, I'm working on policies.
Yeah.
That means if you're working on policies for the last 2 years, you're at least your third, fourth, fifth year, you should be now working on development, because policies are supposed to inform development.
Mm-hmm.
So if your policies are not informing development, and then you're 1 year into elections, even the most basic projects. Usually the Kakamega County referral was handed over to the military.
Yeah. I saw that.
And yet all these projects are projects that are being run by the county under Oparany's tenure. Oparanya started the rehabilitation of Buhungu Stadium. He started the hospital. Right now, we are still struggling even in terms of health. You want to restructure every 5 years. You know, if you come in as a governor, I would expect even like Barasa, don't come in and then you start politicizing everything in the county. Because the first thing when he came in, all these years, he's always been fighting with his CCs.
Yeah.
Every time he's shuffling around CCs. Or get from here, get from here. It means even the people that you're entrusted to do those jobs are not doing the right thing. Then why not get professionals who are able to help you develop your government?
But I think reshuffling is one of the ways of restructuring and ensuring that people are working effectively.
But
You need to give someone time to
Give
say
experts.
Okay, let me ask you: Have you like checked how many years they're supposed to serve? It's not 5 years. It's actually 2.
Then why are you reshuffling?
You shuffle after 2 years.
You see, if somebody is good on matters,
So
sports,
he
matters
shuffles
culture,
because ameona hawajafanya kitu.
kama hajafanya kitu si ndio tunasema acha waende. Why reshuffle them, take them to another place where they're going to do nothing again for a certain period, and then now, so we are playing politics with everything.
Yeah, maybe.
So if you ask me, I don't know if I'm going to vote for Barasa again.
So
The
who do you
problem
think is
is,
better placed? No.
I still don't
Baraza,
have
no.
a very.
Who is
That's
better
why
placed?
that's why I'm going. The problem is even right now, I don't have a very formidable candidate. I would say I want to give.
Corey, do you think Baraza has done something?
About doing something, I don't know. I really want to play safe right now. And Lauren, stop looking at me while laughing.
Okay.
And I don't know. But I think his chances of re-election keep reducing by the day. And he has a very stiff competition. And talking of our county, so recently, kwa funeral ya the late Doreen, the first lady was saying some CCs or chief of staffs wakishafika kwa ofisi wanaanza kuact kama co-wives ama advisors to the governor. I don't know how I took it, but I don't know how you guys took it. But I was thinking to myself, when we get on podiums and when we hold microphones, don't you think before talking, ama we think with our mouths open? Because what was that? Because I was looking at it and I was like, this is like the wrong time to say that. Because we were laying to rest a lady. So she's there and she's yapping and I was like, wow. Please make sure you put that video up.
Some officers wakipewa kazi, they forget they have an employer. Wanaanza kubehave as if they are the government. I'm sorry to say this. Na wengine wanaanza kubehave as if they are co-wives to the first lady. I'm sorry to say this, but I have to say it. So ninaomba CECs and chief officers, naomba tufanye kazi pamoja vizuri. Remember this. You have one boss, the governor. And you can only have one boss at a
So, I think, I don't know. Vaya, what's your opinion?
Vaya is choosing peace.
For me, I think what I just need generally, a leader, obvious, is supposed to ensure development. And when you're having your budget and pesa zenye unalipa mishahara, the recurrent and the development is, it's not balancing. It doesn't help, because again, at the end of the day, we need a good amount of money allocated for development. Kakamega County is one of the counties that you look at the reports. Actually, it was among the top counties that is ilikuwa with many stalled projects. So that is not one of the things that we really want. And that is why when you look at now the previous governor, the former governor, Wycliffe Oparanya, saying most of the projects that he had started, look at the level 6 hospital, look at Buhongo Stadium and all that. Even the roads are easy. It's going in a very, very bad shape. Yeah. So there's a whole lot of things that are not working. And people are complaining. We've had doctors working strike. Hakuna dawa hospitali. I've personally seen people wanaenda kununua hata pint ya maji. Nini ya maji. Nakwanga hiyo nini ya maji. Kwenda kununua gloves and all that. Just because we don't have those things. And I remember tuliona governor aki-unveil hizo dawa zimeletwa in those non-farms. So is it like zinaibwa? I can't really tell. But there is a whole lot of things that really needs to be done. In Kakamega County, we're talking about 20% of, doctors and the medics in general, wanasemekana they are under effects of drugs. So, kuna wale, it is really unfortunate that these are the same people that we rely on to be able to help ourselves to be mentally okay and physically and everything. And now we are being given a whole huge number, like 20% of medics being under drugs and all that. So it is an issue that actually needs to be addressed. But all in all, the other time we were talking about the auditor's report, of course, you look at everything and you're like, is this my county and what is going on? So it's like we are in the red all the time as a county. You compare with the kind of news that used to come up in terms of ratings, how the county was initially placed by the previous governor, and right now is like we are going at the rock bottom. So I think we still have time. If he wants to change, things can turn around. But I think there have been a whole lot of things, and his bloggers, they have been so much focused on going and spreading some propagandas and matusi kwa wale leaders wengine, instead of just focusing and telling him, hey, you know what, we need to highlight this because this is one of the key projects or your flagship projects. Because again, if you have your predecessor, it is important that you develop those umalizane na hizo projects, because it is si zake Oparanya hii Buhungu hata kuja kuishi hapo ama hata kuja kuchezea hapo. Hii ni ya watu wa Kakamega. Hiyo referral sio Oparanya atakuwa anakuja kutibiwa hapo, probably hata hajaitibiwa maybe in a public hospital, you understand. Hii ni watu wa Kakamega wananufaika nayo. So I think one thing where we miss the mark is that not necessarily the gubernatorial seat, hata wa MPs akianguka na mwingine akuje, so there is no need wewe uache project yake wewe uanze yako, because unataka itonisha na jina yako. Just finish, tusema ulimaliza, because again hata naonaga wanaandikaga period of time it was completed and all that, so you will be part of that project. Other than during your tenure we had a whole lot of projects that are stalled. Kakamega was into 7-point-something billion. That is crazy. So we'll not really want to go there. But again, I'm not the governor's advisor, and I may not be, but it's my own honest opinion that really something needs to be done before 2027.
What do you think can be done before 2027?
What can be done is him just changing. I think their priorities are upside down. We look at the auditor's reports. The salaries we were talking about, the wage bill is huge. It surpasses the 35% ceiling that is supposed to. So then why can't they work on that? There are a whole lot of things that if at all now we have issues at the hospital, at the facility, and this is something that is so basic that people really need, madawa, wanahitaji kuhudumiwa and all that. I see the governor all the time, talking around, SHA this, SHA that. SHA is not Kakamega governor's project.
Yeah.
SHA is a government thing, not national government. So let them sell their agendas and their projects and all that. You're not there to be their voice. Yeah, so you need to really talk about your projects. So that is where he's failing, because I know there is this project that Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baraza really started, not really a project per se, but it was an initiative that I felt like it was a very good one, when they started the initiative of the health fund. So the health fund, they wanted all the facilities to gain autonomy, where they will the monies that are accrued in those facilities. For example, if facility A, at the end of the month, they get like 300,000, it is not taken to the county. It is plowed back to that facility. If they don't have gloves, they have to buy. If they don't have medicine, they have to buy. If they have to do some repairs here and there, they'll have to do that in that facility. I felt that was good. And I think they allocated some good money for that kitty. So if that is actually what was happening, do you know, like most of these facilities, even huko vijijini kabisa hawangekuwa wanakosa pesa. But now the problem is that there is, it's been alleged that pesa kwa hizo account zinapoteaga tu. Ujui pesa zimeenda wapi, ujui nani amewithdraw, ujui zimefanyika aje. So that is why most of the facilities in the villages, in the rural dispensaries, the level 1, level 2, they're still struggling. Hawana gloves, hawana nini, you go there. And that is why in this Kakamega County, do you know at this time in age and era when the national government and even the county government, they're still, saying that we need to ensure that, universal healthcare and we want 100% skill deliveries and all that. We still have women who are delivering kwa wakunga.
Yeah.
Why? Because why should I go to a facility niambiwa kwamba I'm supposed to line up, I'm supposed to pay this, I'm supposed to go with my gloves, ninunue wembe, ninunue nini ndio niende nizalishe. Huyu tu ndampelekea sukari na nizalishe. Ama hata nizalisha kwa deni. You understand? So all these protocols and bureaucracies in the county, and it's one of the things that are actually now leading kina mama to go back to the villages and kudeliver kwa hao wakunga. Yeah.
So it means we are going back on the progress we had made even during Oparanya's tenure. Because when Oparanya came in and then he did the Oparanya Care and Leader Mama initiatives, basically it solved so much of this problem. So that even when women were going to get their services from the hospitals, they would even get tipped even at the time of birth. When you're giving birth, at least Metoko Hospital, you have a towel, you have bucket, all those things. So I think we are going so back. I think it would be very prudent that we find a way of developing health, not as a branding strategy for any person who comes in as governing the county. We have a standard for it. Even if it means getting that thing back into the national government, I think even health should just get back into the national government. Because most of the counties are struggling.
Initially, devolution is supposed to help us.
Yes, but it's becoming more of a mess.
It's becoming like, yani inawasan kila kitu. And yet it was supposed to like make even services like closer to us, kwa ground.
One thing, let me tell you guys, when Governor Baraza was elected, I was like, oh wow, so we have not brought in office a politician. So this is huyu ni mchapa kazi. Huyu atapanga kazi vizuri. But again, I think he missed the point. There's just something that happened and he just like aliteleza tu na akawa bado anateleza. So I think things are not very, very good as it looks. And this is one of the things that really mess him up. Yeah.
And even poor communication strategy. I think that if you compare like during his campaign strategy when he was vying for office, you compare the kind of communication that was being done then and the way communication is being handled today. Today, even as soon as yesterday, I was seeing somebody who is typically part of the communication, engaging somebody on Facebook. And somebody raises a very, very important issue like, what is the progress of Buhungu? And then somebody comes in with a comment, you have never been supporting our governor. So are you asking about the project? And then you're like,
those are two different things.
Very true, very much two different. Somebody's just asking something so genuine. You could even just say, maybe these and these hiccups were made during the construction progress.
No, you can choose not to respond.
I mean, if you don't have an answer,
you can choose not to respond. It is that simple.
But then people are just going bare knuckles everywhere.
Yeah.
Something is raised here, you go there, bare knuckles. People are fighting over everything everywhere. And then you're asking yourself, is this the way even communication is supposed to be done? Because typically all those things, the foot soldiers, in quotes, define so much about a governor. The way you speak to people, the way you address issues speaks about the governor.
And
because again, you say we have a challenge even as a county. Our governor is not the best even in terms of communication. I can tell you that. Because sometimes you listen to the governor could be going and then he's talking about something very important. But the way we came, we didn't get a politician, which is good for us. But we got a governor.
Which was good, not which is good.
Which was good.
But
we got someone who we in our minds we knew this is going to be a manager. So we didn't even expect him to speak. We expected to see action. So speak with action. Do stuff. Let the things you're doing speak for you. But we are missing on both right now.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate. But okay. Anyways, as much as we are saying that he's not doing as per whatever we anticipated him to, but generally with the people that he's will be battling out with for the seats, his second term, and these others are actually coming in now for their very first time. What do you think about Elsie Mohanda? What do you think about Boni Halwale and others?
I think if you ask me of all these people, I don't know why, but we are just choosing between bad and evil. So I would, if you ask me now to vote, I would vote for Boni.
Why Boni?
Boni because he depicts himself as a man who's been fighting so much for development in the county.
That is what he says.
I know, but that's what
you look at the records. Look at the records when he was Ikolomani MP. Most of the time, alikuwa anapatikana huko chini in terms of development.
But we are going through the same problems. That's why I'm telling you. Like you see, even the lineups you get in all these structures, you are getting the same people that are in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, even somebody like Elsie, you can't easily judge. Because I mean, the fact that she's doing projects, tenting and everything, and she's empowering, like everyone, even Barasa when he was coming in, he did a lot of empowerment projects.
Yeah.
But you see, mostly me, when I look at these things, now that I was also part of the structure that brought Governor Barasa in, you think in the same lines that this guy is only investing in this thing. It's not like they're doing it out of goodwill, that I'm helping my people, and then when I get there, I'm going to continue helping my people.
They are doing
wanatumia kama chambo. It's like the dangling carrots.
Yeah,
expecting something in return.
You grab it, and then when I get into the seat, now I'm going now to get my refunds, and then I'm going to check on my profit. And they forget about these people. They don't matter anymore. So I have a problem really with choosing who's going to be a governor. But if you ask me, as I said, I would vote for Halwale, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Today, if you ask me to vote, I would cast for Halwale.
Why not
It's
Elsie?
a risk.
Why not Elsie?
I think that Elsie, one, I've met her in several events, and she also has the same problem with Barasa. She doesn't know how to, I feel like she doesn't know how to communicate effectively.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like she's not, she hasn't partaken any active political seats where she's able to manage funds in directly, so that you'll be able to gauge on the projects they are doing. Because even for the problem I have with the project for the women rep is that their monies are not very well accounted for.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't easily tell how their monies are accounted for, because typically I feel like if you ask about that normally, it takes a different trajectory. I saw it happening, I've forgotten, but there's a woman rep who I saw people attacking so much in terms of projects, and then she was sidelining herself on some aspects, because now she was asking, I'm not given this much money to do 1 and 2 projects for the county.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my take on the county. Who would you vote for?
Myself? And marbles are still rolling. We are yet to know, because again, when by the end of 2026, you actually will get to know Mbivu na Mbichi. Some are still just testing waters. Wacha nijaribu nione. I saw PK Salasa just saying anasimama president, but ameenda chini kabisa sasa hizi is not saying anything. Sijui sasa kama ako sawa. Bado anapumua.
Amerudi ground ni assist. Watu wanatembea tu huko.
So that is why I'm saying, like, marbles are still rolling, and we are yet to know who will, be vying. Of course, the governor will be, Governor Baraza will be, coming in as for his second term. These others you can't really tell, because, who is it again? Aseka is in ODM. Elsie is in ODM. Wanakuja hicho kiti. We have Clau Malala now in DCP. We have now Baraza is still in ODM as well. So ODM, we have 3 candidates. Yeah. So you can't really know nani atasimama. They will sit, waonge and all that. So
it's likely to come in as a UDA candidate.
UDA.
If you look at how politics is playing and the way, like, Ruto, you decided to support the Ruto government, I think, like, even in ODM is being fought out. So I'm seeing a possibility of him coming in as a UDA
regardless, but and that is why I'm saying that the marbles are still rolling. People are still there, and you can't really know who is going for which seat and where and all that. So for me, I can't really tell you authoritatively that this is the person that I've chosen. I'm gonna vote. And also,
if you were to vote today,
I've not seen their manifestos, so I can't really say. I'm not this kind of. I'm not this kind of a person that I'll just walk in a hall and say, you know what, I'm choosing you, because no. I really need to look at your manifestos. I need to see what you're doing and all that. And you see, 2026, come and ask me this question. Believe me, I'll give you an answer.
And nobody implements their manifesto. Right now, the thing is, the politics in Kakamega won't change much. Mm-hmm. The faces we see now are the same faces that are going to be on
No. Well, last time unajua tulikuwa na wangapi? We had 7. Kuna kengine. Sorry.
No, najua unataka kuongelea na. So
sijaita mtu ka.
I think we need to get serious even because the people just come in actually for Regina. We just want to place their name just there. They're not like seriously coming in.
Do you think I need to vote? I need to buy. This thing is Meva.
Please do. Why not?
Yeah.
Kitu gani?
Nani akujui?
I mean,
Madam Governor.
We alishakuwa women rep. Sasa maybe a vie for governor.
Yes, governor too.
Yeah.
Sasa unaweza mchini.
Wezi.
Nishakuwa women rep wapi?
Ulishakuwa mama county.
Oh my God, nilikuwa mama county lini?
Kitambo. Now you see that is the best part. Haku realize.
Yes.
Uku realize ukiwa mama county.
It's how cool you are.
Yeah.
You're not drawn into power.
And how much we need someone like you.
Oh my God. You're crazy, guys. I swear. You're crazy. Anyways, yeah. Sawa.
Also, I think kwa communication atakuwa sawa.
Hey. Bana.
You'll be thinking before ufungue mdomo.
Yes.
We got you.
Top mark journalist.
If you're watching this and you're from Kakamega, we need your vote.
It's time for change.
Yeah.
It's time for youthful leadership.
And it's funny how we are seated with change here.
It's time for Violet Auma for governor. Ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, guys, so make sure you are voting for her. Ataka uko kaunti ingine. Tutakukaribisha. We will host you during your period ya kuvote. So
yes, we are good people. Come in. We are going to host you. We are going to vote. Moja kwa moja hivi. No vote will be stolen.
You guys, why are you saying that? Mimi singe kwa siasa.
Relax.
As a leader, people are supposed to choose you. You're not supposed even to know that you're a leader.
Yeah.
People are supposed to choose you. We want you to help us.
You see, our self-proclaimed chana now. We want someone like...
Yes. We are drowning as a county and we are only hope.
Anyway, guys, if you're here for the first time, make sure you're
drowning. So there is a friend of mine who came to visit me away from Mombasa. Josie, uliona hiyo mvua ilinyesha hiyo, yani kulinyesha mvua moba hapa. When was it on Monday? Yeah, Monday. Akikulinyesha. Mpaka nilikuwa na drive, nilikuwa nataka kuingia petrol station. Kumenyesha mpaka kuna mali nilikuwa naona nikienda na gari nitabeba. So nipigia, it was his very first time kuja Kakamega na niambia nabebwa na maji huko kweli. So unasema ati kwamba as a county we are drowning, you are the only seven I remember that day.
Like,
but you know that made sense. Jupenya ametoka, I'm sure hakuwa ameona mvua.
Okay, Mombasa kunyesha gisa.
Yeah. So she was literally drowning. Hey, but Kakamega rains. Anyway, we need you and we got you at the same time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if
we'll vote for you, we will not even ask for handouts.
Why should I not start with the nomination?
No.
What is nomination?
To be nominated.
What is nomination?
To be nominated.
You need to be elected. Well, you'll be nominated not based on the people's wants.
Okay.
And also, there are limitations when you're nominated.
Of course.
Yeah.
You're like the people don't control you. Mm-hmm. Your party now controls.
And then, also, you'll have a challenge representing your people.
So should I go independent or should I get a party?
Now that is something we need to talk nyuma ya tent.
Okay.
Lakini wewe jua you are vying.
Yes.
Independent in a party you are vying. Deal?
You're talking to your next woman representative, Kakamega County.
Women?
Kakamega County.
No, my LC is our women representative.
But Elsie is going for gubernatorials.
No.
She's still going. She hasn't gotten there.
Anaweza fanywa kana anatembea wewe.
She's in
Wewe
India.
vai tu lakini.
Vai tu lakini.
But politics is crazy. I think for me, for you to bring change, it is not necessarily, you don't necessarily need to be in.
You're very right. But the problem is there is the active structure of it. When you're in, you make much more change than when you're out. Because you're effectively using people's money. Do you know through Shahidi TV, asking these questions, putting these guys on toes, I think it is a nimchango who bring change. Absolutely.
So it is not necessarily that I need to be there, but I know it's very important because also it's important to be inside because of the the bills, laws that you come in place, and all that. You being part in those playing a role in the bills and the laws that passes that are not punitive, but those that are good to wananchi and all that. It is always wananchi to benefit, not you as a person kwenda kujiongeza mishahara and all that. But yeah, when that time comes, nitavai. But for now, acha tufanye interviews.
We the people.
Acha tufanye interviews, guys. We really appreciate for always tuning in. Our podcast every single time we do upload. Please make sure that you subscribe, watch, comment, and share. Please just support this platform. We know we've been away for a period of time, but we will try our best to be coming more often so that we share this. But what we are talking about, it is actually our own opinion, our personal opinion. We are not really saying that is the opinion of Valcam Production, because Valcam Production is a big company. We just workers at Valcam Production. So please, but that is our own opinion, and basically talking about issues that are affecting us in the country and also in the county. I have been your host, Violet Auma, and my two co-hosts,
Corazon.
Lawrence Chidechi. Bye.
Bye. Wee, Vayaki, I'm so happy for you. Huh?
So happy for me for what?
Mhesh.
Mini mhesh.
Mi hata saizi sifai kusalimia kwa mkono.